The Democrats' favorability is at a massive low. As the New York Post frames it, Democrats' unfavorability rating reaches new 16-year high as party keeps licking its wounds following disastrous 2024. And as of right now, Donald Trump is enjoying some of his best approval ever. The worst he's got in aggregate right now over the past couple of weeks, the past week, has been -1. Giving Trump an aggregate approval of plus 4.6, the best approval rating he's ever had. And take a look at this. The New York Post says President Trump matches highest ever favorability rating in deep blue New York, according to a poll. It's a new day, my friends. The Democratic Party is reeling, licking its wounds, as it were. People are quitting the party, and Trump is doing better than ever. Mexico has caved. By the time you watch this video, I wouldn't be surprised if Canada has already caved. We are seeing some hilarious attempts to target conservatives, Elon Musk, over these tariffs. It won't work. It won't. What they don't understand, Trump isn't running for re-election. This is it. He's got from now until the midterms to just go off. And he's going to do it. His best opportunity right now for strong action, or I should say his best opportunity for strong action is right now. If Trump waits a year, he could get some GOP members scared that Trump's doing unpopular things and they could turn on him. Right now, as we see Trump's approval rating very high, as he's taking very heavy-handed actions like tariffs, this is when you'd expect his approval rating to be lower. But instead, it's up. He's not going to stop. Now, the crazy thing is, they tried to stop him. And I'm wondering to what degree they may pursue more. So, my friends, comment and let me know what you think, because this is one that I like to make predictions, but my fear right now is how can they let Trump keep doing this? And by they, I mean the establishment, the uniparty, the Democrats, the neocons, Trump firing FBI agents, getting rid of U.S. aid. This is the complete dismantling of the deep state system. They can't just let it happen, can they? Or maybe we already won, and this is the wrecking ball tearing down the house. Let me know what you think. But let's read from the New York Post. Americans may not like the GDP, but they may not like the GDP too. Americans may not like the GOP, but they really don't like the Democratic Party, a new poll has found. The party of Jefferson, Jackson, Kennedy, Clinton, Obama, and Biden holds a 57% unfavorable rating among voters, according to Quinnipiac, a survey that was released Wednesday. Well, just 31% of voters say they had a favorable view. The GOP, meanwhile, has a 43% favorability and a 45% unfavorability. The Democrats' unfavorability rating is the highest since Quinnipiac pollsters began asking the question in 2008. Similarly, the percentage of voters viewing the GOP favorably is the highest over the same period. The brutal rating for Democrats comes as the party is licking its wounds from the 2024 election cycle, which saw all 50 states move to the right. So I want to give a shout out to my good friend, Bill Maher. Look, Bill, you were right about so much. You were wrong about so much as well. But in the past couple of years, you have tried so hard to appear liberal that you are on the wrong side of history. And it's true for so many people. Cenk Uygur is now coming around. A lot of people starting to realize that we were right. Let me make it simple for you, my friends. As most of you know, I hail from the land of Chicago. I know, I say it quite a bit, don't I? My neighborhood voted for Trump. I want to say that one more time. My urban liberal neighborhood in Chicago voted for Donald Trump. It turned red. Make sense? See, my interest was never in party allegiance or faction allegiance. I don't care. When Trump defended TikTok, I said Trump was wrong. TikTok is bad. I believe what I believe. And it just so happens that right now, reality has a right-wing bias. That's it. That may change. The Democrats have gone nuts. I don't even know what they're trying to do at this point because they're doubling down on everything. They're going to say that meanwhile, Trump's initial moves are enjoying widespread popularity, with his dispatching of troops to the U.S.-Mexico border getting 60% approval from voters who responded. However, voters also favor citizenship being automatically granted to children born in the U.S. by a margin of more than 2-1. I don't believe it. As the Trump administration has sought to strip the right from kids of legal immigrants. How does it make sense that you're going to be like, we have to secure the border because people are coming over, but if your kid is then had here, it's a citizen immediately? Like, what? Nah. By a margin of 57 to 37, voters disapproved of Trump's sweeping pardon of roughly 1,500 J6ers, though 74% of Republicans said they approved of that action. Well, that's an issue of knowledge. Although, shout out to Kash Patel. He said the commutations for those that attacked cops was wrong, and he wouldn't have done it. I say shout out to him for standing up for what he believes in, even if he's saying he thinks it's what Trump is doing is wrong or what we think is wrong. I'll tell you why Kash is wrong. And maybe I'm misquoting. It's a misquote. Maybe it's manipulation from the hearings or whatever. But let me just stress this. The people who attacked cops should go to jail. They did. They did. It's been years. It's been 3 years. How long should a person go to jail for assaulting an officer? 6 months to a year, depending on the severity. I mean, if the assaulted an officer was like shooting at him, maybe you're going to get like 2 years. Like, that's serious. But shoving a cop? Oh, come on. Bro, if you're a cop and somebody shoves you, a lot of the time they probably don't even bother. They might just say resisting arrest. Depending on the severity of the criminal and what they're going for, they might just say assaulting an officer. And then you might get 6 months. Something serious. Don't hit cops. They're bad cops. Don't get me wrong. We all know it. We all see it. But don't hit cops. That's not the way you fight the system. So these J6ers that were facing 10 years or whatever, or were in for already 3, dude, that's it. Commuting the sentence is fine. They go on to say that Americans take a dim view of Trump's desire to annex Greenland, with 55% disapproving of the idea. Why? That's crazy. The opinion is more divided on Panama, which, as you may have seen, Panama has recently agreed to ditch the Belt and Road Initiative. That's right. Winning. On tariffs, 40% of voters believe levies and imports will harm the U.S. economy. They're not wrong. Well, 42% anticipate they will be a net positive, one poll found. They're not wrong in the short term. So I saw a tweet, and they were saying that how come all the Trump supporters were cheering on the tariffs thing was the right move, but now that Mexico's back down, they're cheering on this move. You're going to support anything. Bro, do you understand nuance? I believe tariffs are good in the long term, but there is short-term damage. So the issue is largely, as I've complained about free trade for a long time, we need to bring jobs back. How do you do it? Well, short term, Trump threatens tariffs. He implements them. However, Trump's threat of tariffs was largely having to do with fentanyl and illegal border crossings. Mexico agreed to try and curb this. So Trump said, okay, we'll back off for 1 month. That's still a good thing. Trump is getting what he wants. We're allowed to recognize Trump just won using a negotiating tactic while still saying the tariffs would be good. So I can say, I'd like the tariffs to remain, but I'll take a victory. But a lot of people don't want to, they don't want to live in a world where it's possible that Trump could actually have a win-win situation. It has to be that no matter what, Trump is wrong. Take a look at this one. I love this. From New York Mag. Trump approval rating looks fragile at start of second term. They can't help themselves. They could try something like Trump has highest approval rating in his political career. No, they cannot give Trump a single good day. Was that Jon Stewart who said that? That's how you know they're nuts. They couldn't give Trump one good day. Who did say that? That wasn't Trump, was it? I'm sorry, that wasn't Jon Stewart. Somebody said that. That when Trump takes out the head of ISIS, who was kidnapping and raping women, they called the guy an austere scholar, and they criticized Trump. They could not give him one. Trump's approval rating is the best of his political career, and they cannot accept it. I'm curious, actually. I'm going to pull up Civics and see if we can get the current Civics Trump favorability rating. And take a look at this. His favorability rating is skyrocketing. Now, right now, in aggregate, it's still not that great. Fine, but it never was. It's at 46, which is, I believe, the highest it's ever been, according to Civics. Civics has never had Trump this high in terms of favorability. That's amazing. Among 18 to 34-year-olds, it has gone up to its highest point ever to 37. Among 35 to 49, same deal. The highest ever been at 41. Gen Xers, he is now above water, 51% favorable, and above 65 plus, same deal. Same deal. Here's a question. What do dudes think? Dudes love Trump. 52 to 45. Ladies, I didn't even need to see that one to know that women would not like Donald Trump. Non-college graduated, like Trump. College graduates, still improving. Postgraduates, they don't like Trump at all. You know what's crazy, though? Across all demographics, Donald Trump has improved to his best position. Now, I should clarify. In aggregate, he's his best. He has improved among all demographics, and most, it's the best it's ever been. So they can't give him a good day, can they? Democrats are reeling. Trump is winning. Let's go, baby. Next segment's going to be tonight at 8 p.m. over at youtube.com/TimcastIRL. Don't miss it. It's going to be fun. I'm finally back on the show. You see, I'm talking here. I'm talking. Even though I still have, so if you're wondering why I was gone for the week, the surgery went off without a hitch. I can't even click. I can't even snap. Man, shout out to Dr. Saranli in D.C. It was amazing. And unfortunately for me, unforeseen to anybody, I had a reaction to the lidocaine, largely the epinephrine. And so that made it, I couldn't talk for a week. And I tried. I came out, nope. Painkillers, nothing. Yeah. Reaction to lidocaine was bad. And, I'm back now. So become a member at timcast.com to support our work. Smash the like button, share the show. We will see you all tonight at 8 p.m.